a nickel off of turning them bass. Never worry about the price of gas. I've been wheeling and dealing and sitting there in a man. Hunting, fishing, loving every day. That's the prayer that a country boy prays. Thank God he made me this way. Hunting, fishing, and loving every day. Early in the morning, late in the evening, I'm getting red dirt rich, the Flint River Bed. Hunting, fishing, and loving.
Hey folks, welcome to another episode of Laura's Kitchen, brought to you by Realistic Hunting Adventures. Today we're going to make shepherd's pie out of my lovely mother-in-law, Laura Taylor's cookbook. Where can you buy this cookbook at?
You can find the link at our website, realistichuntingtaxidermy.com, and also on eBay.
Well, let's get started.
Okay. So what we're going to do is I have one pound to 1.5 pounds of your venison, and then also about 1 small onion, and we're just going to brown this all up. And in the meantime, what's different than what's in the recipe is with potatoes. That's a traditional shepherd's pie where you put the potatoes and the cheese and you go around the casserole. But we decided everybody is into keto and eating healthy, so we decided to do it with cauliflower potatoes. So if you want to get started on the cauliflower,
Sounds good.
so what you should do is, we need about 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream,
And then how much butter?
about 4 tablespoons,
Okay.
and then you're going to microwave it 6 minutes in the microwave.
All right.
Okay, while we're waiting on the cauliflower, if you want, what I use is a beefy onion soup mix, and you're going to mix that into a cup of water. There's a whisk there. And you just salt it, pepper it, the way you like it.
And then how much garlic powder do you put in?
I put about a teaspoon of garlic powder, and that we're going to add to the cauliflower once that comes out.
How long do I need to stir this for?
Just so it's nice and mixed up, because we're going to add that right into this pan once we get this all browned.
Sounds good. How long does it take, do you think, to do this meal from start to finish?
Start to finish, probably about a half hour, 15 minutes, I say, about getting all the ingredients cooked, put in the casserole, and it only needs 15 minutes in the oven at 375. Just enough to kind of melt the cheese, get everything all nice and warm. The salt is what helps, break down the onions and cook even better.
That's a good. Okay, my microwave just beeped. It's been 6 minutes. I'm going to take it out of the microwave now. I'm going to stir up the whipping cream and the butter to get the cauliflower moist, and then we're going to put it in for another 6 minutes. And as you can see, nobody's perfect, and when we started this, we thought the bowl would be big enough. Determined it might be a little too small, so we're going to move it into a different bowl.
While she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and add the soup mix now to the pot, and the corn. And this is 1.5 cups of corn.
A handy tip that my lovely mother-in-law taught me too is that when you ever get the black spots on the cauliflower, don't throw it away. Use a grater what kind
It's a zester.
A zester.
A zester.
And you can zest off those black parts, and you can still
Use a cauliflower.
Yeah, not waste your money.
When you use the corn, you can use frozen corn or canned corn. I always use frozen corn. So we're just going to let this cook here for about 3 minutes maybe. And then we have that casserole dish that we'll be putting everything in.
Does it need to be greased or anything like that?
No, this is just going to get dumped right into there. And then we'll put the mashed potatoes, the cauliflower, I'm so used to saying mashed potatoes, put that right around there, sprinkle some cheese, and pop it in the oven. Okay. 2 seconds, so.
Our cauliflower is about to come out, and then we get to do the fun part. We get to mash it. My husband and I actually fight over who gets to do this at home.
Need to come a little closer again. These emulsifier blenders are excellent for doing this job.
Gonna go ahead and sprinkle in, what was it?
That's a teaspoon of the garlic powder.
Oh, I got it. You want to sprinkle in the salt?
It's one thing with cauliflower, you really have to kind of salt it enough, otherwise it doesn't taste very good.
You think I blended it enough?
Now, keep going a little bit more. Okay, and then what you can do is you're going to add your cheese.
Now, would you blend this in or stir it in?
No, stir it in because it's so hot that's going to melt anyway.
And this was 1 cup of cheese?
Half a cup.
Half a cup.
You would like 1 cup, but there's only half a cup in there.
You sure do look good.
So while she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead. Really can't see this. These cast iron pans are very heavy.
I was almost about to say, here, let me help you. I regretted that decision.
And you just kind of spread this out.
Now are we going to just put this right on top?
Yeah, but yeah, put it up on top.
You can't pick up that bowl.
All right, 1 second.
It's a little hot.
I'm sure you. I always recommend to taste it. It's good, but it needs just a little bit more salt. So go ahead and stir that in if you would, Becky.
Sure.
It's got a good flavor with that onion powder and that cheese. Okay, now you can put this on top. Are you? She's still her tender little hands. Her tender little hands. Right in there. See how it looks like mashed potatoes? I'm telling you, if you truly didn't tell somebody, they would really think that they were eating some good old mashed potatoes.
Up until the point you probably put it in your mouth, then I think that you'd be so.
Well, a little. I don't know. It's really good. I've gotten a lot of the kids to eat it. And now what we're going to do is put a little bit more cheese on top.
Now how much cheese should I put in? Because I am a cheese lover and I would dump the rest of the bag
We
in.
just want a nice sprinkling, Becky.
So heavy coating it is.
Once she's done with the cheese, we're going to put it in the oven, 375 for about 15 minutes. Give or take, till it's nice and bubbly on top.
Gotta make sure you get every inch.
All right, it's ready for oven.
Top or bottom rack?
The top.
And we're gonna set the timer for 15 minutes.
Yep. Ready? All right, looking good. Now what we did is, it was done in the 15 minutes, but in order to get a nice pretty little brown on top, threw it under the broiler for like 2 minutes just to get some nice color going on top. Okay, so took it out of the oven.
That looks good.
Fork for you. Gonna give it a try.
In about 5 minutes when it cools down.
You don't ever have a...
I blow on mine.
That is really good.
That's very good. That's very good. If you guys like this recipe, she also has tons of other ones. There's breakfasts, lunches,
Some really
dinners.
good soups.
Yeah, some excellent soups. And she has them all indexed too, so when you're looking for something, it's easy to find.
This cookbook was designed because I raised my family on venison. So if you have any picky eaters out there that say they don't like venison, they really should try some of these recipes in here. In fact, the story at the beginning of the book here, I tell about how I first got introduced to eating the venison and how I had a party and I served the sweet and sour meatballs. That was a big hit. And I had so many people that were non-venison eaters love them until one person spoke up and said, you know, that's venison you're eating. But they did not know until that person said you're eating venison. They thought they were eating beef. These recipes are really good, so you should give them a try.
Thanks for watching another episode of Laura's Kitchen.
Bye.